There is a specific Sunday night feeling. You know the one. It starts around 4 p.m. The sun starts to go down, the weekend is officially dying, and you feel this tightness in your chest. It's not a heart attack. It's the realization that you have to do it all again tomorrow. The alarm, the commute, the coffee, the emails, the meeting about the meeting, the fake smiles, the per my last email, the commute back, the dinner, the Netflix, the sleep. Repeat. We call this the grind. We call it adulting, but I think those are just cute names for a cage. We were told a story, weren't we? A very specific, seductive story. If you follow the rules, if you get good grades, if you go to college, if you get the good job with the benefits package, you will be safe, you will be happy, you will be middle class. But look around. Are your friends happy? Or are they just medicated and exhausted? Are they safe? Or are they one layoff away from losing the house? They call me Karen, and I've spent the last 20 years doing everything right. I've followed the script perfectly. And lately, I've realized that the script wasn't written for my benefit. It was written to keep me efficient, productive, and just comfortable enough not to revolt, but too dependent to ever leave. The middle class isn't a destination, it's a holding pen. It is a finely tuned economic engine designed to extract the maximum amount of labor from you for 40 years while giving you back just enough shiny objects to keep you from realizing you're running in place. Today, we are going to dismantle the myth. We are going to look at why the middle class is actually the most dangerous place to be financially, why the safe path is actually a trap, and most importantly, how the hell do we break the lock? Let's define middle class for a second, because everyone thinks they're middle class. If you make $30,000, you think you're middle class. If you make $300,000, you think you're middle class. But economically, the modern middle class is defined by one thing: dependency on a paycheck. If you stopped working today, if you just decided not to go in, or if your boss decided your role was redundant, how long could you survive? 1 month? 3 months? If the answer is anything less than forever, you are not free. You are dependent. This is the core of the trap. We trade our time for money. It seems fair, right? A fair day's wage for a fair day's work. But the problem is, time is finite. You only have 24 hours. You can only work so hard. Your income is capped by your physical ability to show up. Wealthy people, the truly wealthy, the ones who aren't stressed on Sunday nights, don't trade time for money. They trade assets for money. They own things. They own businesses, real estate, stocks, and intellectual property. Their money works while they sleep. The middle class was invented to be the workforce for the asset owners. Think about the Industrial Revolution. Factory owners needed reliable, educated, punctual workers who wouldn't cause trouble. So they helped build a system, public education, suburban housing, the 9-to-5 structure that created the perfect employee. We are trained from age 5 to sit in a chair, listen to authority, raise our hands to speak, and wait for the bell to ring. We are trained to be cogs, high-quality, well-paid cogs, but cogs nonetheless. And the scary part? The machine is starting to realize it doesn't need as many cogs anymore. AI, automation, outsourcing, the safety net of the middle class is fraying. That good job is not as safe as your parents told you it was. We are clinging to a sinking ship because we were told it was unsinkable. Why do we stay? If we are tired, if we are unfulfilled, why don't we just leave? Because of the golden handcuffs. The system is brilliant at giving you just enough comfort to paralyze you. It starts with a salary, it's a decent amount of money, it pays for the nice apartment, it pays for the lease on the SUV, it pays for the organic strawberries. Then come the benefits, health insurance, the 401k match, the paid time off, which you are too stressed to actually enjoy. These things are designed to make the pain of leaving greater than the pain of staying. I have a coworker, let's call him Dave. Dave hates his job. He hates it with a passion. He wants to start a woodworking business. He's talented, but he has a mortgage, he has 2 kids on his dental plan, he has a car payment. Dave cannot leave. He is trapped by his own lifestyle. This is the genius of the middle class trap. We buy liabilities thinking they're assets. We bought a big house. It's an investment, we say. But is it? It takes money out of your pocket every month. Mortgage, tax, insurance, repairs. It ties you to a specific location. It forces you to keep the high-paying job to service the debt. We bought the new car. I need a reliable car for work. But do you need the $60,000 one with the heated steering wheel? We upgrade our lifestyle exactly as fast as we upgrade our income. This is called lifestyle inflation. You get a raise, you move to a better neighborhood, you get a bonus, you book a better vacation. The gap, the space between what you earn and what you spend, never gets bigger. You are running faster on the treadmill, but you are still in the same spot. The wealthy live below their means to buy freedom. The middle class lives at or above their means to buy status, and status is a very expensive prison warden. I don't want to get too political, but we have to look at the math of taxes because the middle class is the tax donkey of the economy. We carry the load. The poor pay very little income tax because they don't make enough. There are social safety nets, credits, and subsidies. The rich, the truly rich, pay a lower percentage than you'd think because they don't earn income. They earn capital gains. They borrow against their assets. They have teams of accountants who find every loophole, every deduction, every offshore account. But you, the W-2 employee making $80,000 to $200,000, you are the target. Your income is reported directly to the IRS by your employer. You can't hide it. You can't deduct your commute. You can't deduct your work clothes. You get hit with the highest marginal rates. You pay federal tax, state tax, property tax, sales tax, gas tax. You work from January until maybe April or May just to pay the government. You are working for free for 4 months of the year. And what do you get for it? Are the roads perfect? Is healthcare free? Is the college affordable? No. The system relies on a massive layer of people who make enough to be taxed, but not enough to fight back. That's us. We are the fuel for the engine, and that is why it is so hard to escape, because the moment you start making progress, the tax man takes a bigger bite. How do you keep a population compliant? You put them in debt before they even start. We tell 18-year-olds, you must go to college. It is the only way. So they sign papers they don't understand. They take out $40,000, $80,000, and $100,000 in loans. By the time they graduate at 22, they are already in the hole. They are starting life with a negative net worth. This is not accidental. This is structural. When you have debt, you are desperate. You have to take the first job offered. You have to say yes, sir, to the boss. You cannot take risks. You cannot travel the world for a year to find yourself. You cannot start a business that might not make money for 6 months. Debt kills dreams. It forces you into this safe path. And then once you pay off the student loans, if you ever do, you immediately pivot to the mortgage. Rent is throwing money away, they say. Buy a house. So you take on a 30-year debt. 30 years. That is a sentence. That is a commitment to show up at a cubicle for 3 decades. The bank owns your house. The government owns your income. The credit card company owns your future labor. You own nothing. You just have the keys to the cage. The trap isn't just economic, it's psychological. It's peer pressure on a massive scale. In the middle class, conformity is the currency. We are obsessed with what the neighbors are doing. Oh, the Johnsons just got their kitchen redone. It looks amazing. Our cabinets look so dated. Oh, the Millers are sending their kid to that private soccer camp. If we don't send our kid, he'll fall behind. We are constantly signaling. We signal with our cars, our clothes, our lawns, our degrees. We are desperate to prove that we belong to the tribe. This is why we overspend. We aren't buying things because we need them. We're buying them to avoid the shame of falling behind. It's a race where the finish line keeps moving. I caught myself doing this the other day. I saw a coworker with a new designer bag, a nice one, and for a split second my brain said, I work just as hard as her. I deserve a bag like that. But do I? Do I deserve a bag that costs $2,000? Or do I deserve $2,000 in my investment account growing at 8% so I can retire a month early? The system wants you to choose the bag. The system needs you to choose the bag because if you choose the investment, you start to become free, and free people are hard to control. Here is the saddest part of the middle class trap.
the promise of the end. Work hard for 40 years, save 10% of your paycheck, and then when you are 65, you can retire and enjoy your life. Think about how insane that proposition is. Give us your prime years. Give us your energy, your youth, your health, your knees, your back. Give us the best hours of your day. And in exchange, we will let you have your freedom when you are old, tired, and probably sick. And that's assuming the math even works. With inflation, healthcare costs, and the fragility of Social Security, the traditional retirement is becoming a myth. I see people in their 70s working at grocery stores, not because they want to stay active, but because the 401k didn't last, because the medical bills wiped them out. We are deferring our happiness to a future that is not guaranteed. We are miserable today so we can be comfortable later. But what if later looks like a nursing home? What if later never comes? The middle-class strategy is a gamble with your life, where the house has the best odds. Okay, Karen, you've successfully bummed us all out. The system is rigged. The game is fixed. Should we just give up? No, absolutely not. We don't give up. We stop playing their game and we start playing our game. Escaping the middle-class trap doesn't necessarily mean becoming a billionaire. It means moving from dependency to autonomy. Here is the escape plan. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. Step 1. Accept you're in the trap. Stop pretending you're doing great because you have a leased BMW. Admit that you are vulnerable. Admit that you are trading time for money and that it's a bad trade. The moment you admit it, the status signaling stops working on you. You stop caring about the neighbor's kitchen. Step 2, lower your burn rate. The only way to buy freedom is to spend less than you earn. Drastically less. If you make $100,000 and spend $95,000, you are a slave. If you make $100,000 and spend $50,000, you are half free. You have to become immune to marketing. You have to embrace cringe frugality. Drive the old car, pack the lunch, live in the smaller house. Every dollar you don't spend is a soldier you can send out to capture your freedom. Step 3. Buy assets, not liabilities. Stop putting money into things that rust, rot, or depreciate. Buy stocks, index funds. Buy real estate that pays you rent, not just a house you live in. Start a side business. Buy skills. The goal is to get to a point where your assets pay for your life, not your labor. Even if your assets only pay for your groceries, that's a start. That's $500 a month you don't have to work for. That's a tiny slice of freedom. Step 5, decouple time from money. This is the hardest one. You have to find a way to earn money that doesn't require you to be in the room. This could be digital products. It could be content creation, like this. It could be investing. It could be a business with systems. You need to build a machine that makes money while you sleep, even a small machine, a vending machine, anything. Because as long as your income is tied to your clock, you are owned by the clock. Step 6, redefine success. This is the mindset shift. Success isn't manager. Success isn't director. Success isn't VP. Success is waking up on a Tuesday morning and realizing you don't have to ask another grown adult for permission to go to the dentist. Success is control. Success is having the FU money to walk away from a toxic boss. Success is owning your time.
I know this sounds radical. I know it goes against everything our parents taught us. Be grateful for your job, Karen. Stop rocking the boat, Karen. But the boat is headed for a waterfall, guys. Rocking it is the only sensible thing to do. I want you to look at your life this week. Look at the meetings. Look at the commute. Look at the bills. Ask yourself, is this building my dream or is it building someone else's? If you are building someone else's dream, you are in a trap. But the door isn't locked, it's just heavy. You have to push. You have to be willing to look weird. You have to be willing to be the person who brings a sandwich to the fancy lunch. You have to be willing to drive the 2015 Honda while your friends drive the 2026 Audi. You have to be willing to sacrifice the appearance of wealth to gain actual wealth. I'm done trying to look rich. I want to be free. Join me. Let's stop being the tax donkeys. Let's stop being the cogs. Let's hack the system, find the exit, and meet up on the other side. I'm Karen, and I'm officially checking out of the status game. See you next time.